Well, some brand new polls showing Donald Trump making a comeback where it counts.
I was just handed this. The new polling is just out. Ohio, Trump is leading 46 to 43. Maine, we're tied. Michigan, we're tied. Iowa, we're leading by 3. New Hampshire, we're leading by 1. We're making tremendous impact, and we're doing well in Florida. We're working very hard.
But the crucial swing state of Florida should be a tight race. The latest Real Clear Politics average, look at this, showing Hillary Clinton with 44.3% and Trump with 41.6%. So what does Trump need to do to win the Sunshine State? And here to help us all break it down is the President Rasmussen Media Group, Scott Rasmussen. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Great to be with you, Heather.
So very important swing state.
Absolutely. Let's put the whole thing in context. For Donald Trump to win the White House, he needs to win every state that Mitt Romney won 4 years ago. That gets him 206 electoral votes. Then he needs to pick up 64 more.
Okay.
And when you start looking at that, there's only a handful of states to do it. That's right.
Let's see. So Florida itself, I mean, the number of electoral votes that it has.
Yeah, Florida has 29 electoral votes, half the total Donald Trump needs. And it's a state that if he doesn't win it, he'd have to run the table everywhere else. If Donald Trump can win these 29 electoral votes, well, then there's several paths. He could win Ohio and Pennsylvania, some other combinations to move in. So this is a state that whatever it takes, Donald Trump has to win.
And traditionally, I mean, the winner of the past 5 elections has won this state.
And 12 out of 13 elections. And look, 4 years ago, very, very close. Donald Trump, excuse me, Mitt Romney lost by just a single percentage point.
50% to 49.1%.
And you got to think about this in some of the demographic terms. If white turnout had been a little bit higher or minority turnout a little bit lower, that 1 point would have flipped. So this is a state where things are competitive. But the real message here is this was better for the Republicans 4 years ago than they did nationally.
So we can also take a look back in 2008.
Same story here. John McCain lost by 6 points nationally, but only by 3 points in Florida. So I think the message is, if Donald Trump wins nationally, he will win Florida's electoral votes. If he does that, there is a chance he can move on. But
the past 52 years, a Democrat has always won this state?
No. In 12 of the last 13 elections, it has gone with the winner.
Okay, every election.
So George Bush famously won this in 2000. He won it in 2004. In 1996, Bill Clinton won it. If you go all the way back through all these elections, Florida has been a swing state that has swung to the winner in the Electoral College.
How important is the Hispanic vote here?
Very important. It was 17% of the electorate 4 years ago. I don't think we're looking at a situation where you expect Donald Trump to do very well among the Hispanic vote. The question is the enthusiasm. A lot of stories circulating right now about how minority voters aren't very enthusiastic about Hillary Clinton. So I think in a state like Florida, that turnout issue is going to be absolutely
voter
critical.
Registration as well, very key.
Donald Trump can benefit from the fact that Republicans have cut into the Democratic registration edge in Florida. It's about half of what it was. The advantage by Democrats is half of what it was 4 years ago. Gives him something to work on. But sooner or later, to win Florida, to win the election, Donald Trump needs to do the traditional campaign things. He needs to work on a get-out-the-vote effort. He needs to get some good messaging that resonates. And by the way, in Florida, there's a young man named Marco Rubio running for the U.S. Senate.
Exactly.
He and Trump have clashed a little bit.
Needs his help.
Needs his help. Rubio is doing better than Trump in Florida, and they need to find a way to work together. And I think the message there is we both want to beat Hillary Clinton.
Well, if the campaign is listening to you, maybe they'll take your advice.
Right. And we'll be back talking about Ohio next week.
We will. We're going to do this every week, so we're looking forward to that.
Going to be fun.
Taking a look at all the swing states.